For most people, the world feels stable. Markets go up. Markets go down. Jobs exist. Money works. Systems endure. At least, that is the story we tell ourselves. But history shows something very different. History shows that long periods of apparent stability are often followed by violent, irreversible transformation. And the people who suffer the most are not those who took risks, but those who assumed tomorrow would look like yesterday. We are living inside one of those moments right now. Most people do not realize it yet. Many will deny it until it is undeniable. And by the time it becomes obvious, the opportunity will be gone. Because the greatest shifts in wealth are never announced in advance. They are recognized only in retrospect. Why most people misunderstand risk? Ask the average person what risk means, and they will describe volatility. Price swings. Market crashes. Uncertainty. But volatility is not risk. Volatility is movement. Risk is permanent loss of relevance. The greatest investors in history did not fear volatility. They feared being wrong about the future. And today, the most dangerous position is not taking a bold stance, it is clinging to outdated assumptions in a world that is changing exponentially. Linear minds in an exponential world. Human intuition is linear. We expect progress to happen gradually. We extrapolate the future from the recent past. We assume tomorrow will look like today, just slightly improved. But exponential systems do not work that way. They appear slow at first. Then suddenly, they overwhelm everything. By the time exponential growth feels obvious, most of the value creation has already occurred. This is why entire industries are consistently blindsided. This is why experts are often the most wrong. This is why disruption feels shocking, even when the signals were visible for years. A historical pattern we keep ignoring. Every major technological revolution followed the same pattern. Early skepticism. Dismissal by incumbents. Ridicule by experts. Rapid improvement. Sudden dominance. The Internet followed this pattern. Mobile computing followed this pattern. Cloud computing followed this pattern. And now, a new set of technologies is following the same trajectory, but faster, broader, and more powerful than anything before. The convergence event. What makes this era unique is not a single breakthrough. It is the simultaneous acceleration of multiple exponential technologies, all reinforcing each other. This is known as a convergence event, and it is extremely rare in history. Artificial intelligence, robotics, genomics, energy systems, autonomous transportation, blockchain, and digital assets. Each of these alone would be transformative. Together, they create a force that reshapes economies, labor, capital, and power itself. Artificial intelligence, the intelligence multiplier. Artificial intelligence is not merely automating tasks. It is automating cognition. For the first time in history, machines are capable of learning, reasoning, creating, optimizing. This is not an incremental improvement. It is a fundamental shift in how value is created. When intelligence becomes cheap and abundant, everything built on top of intelligence is redefined. Law, medicine, engineering, finance, education. No sector is immune. The collapsing cost of decision-making. Historically, intelligence was scarce and expensive. Highly educated professionals made decisions. Organizations scaled slowly. Mistakes were costly. AI changes this equation entirely. Decision-making becomes faster, cheaper, more accurate, more scalable. This enables companies to grow at speeds that were previously impossible. It also destroys businesses that rely on human bottlenecks. Robotics, when software enters the physical world. AI alone would be revolutionary. But when AI is combined with robotics, something even more profound happens. Software gains agency in the physical world. Factories become autonomous. Warehouses self-optimize. Agriculture becomes precision-driven. Logistics systems run continuously. Labor economics change permanently. This is not about replacing jobs, it is about replacing cost structures. And when costs collapse, markets expand. Productivity, the true engine of wealth. All long-term wealth creation comes from productivity. More output. Less input. Better efficiency. Every historical leap in living standards followed a productivity explosion. Agriculture. Industrialization. Electrification. Computing. We are now entering another such phase, but on a global, digital scale. The implications are massive. Genomics, engineering human health. For most of history, biology was destiny. Now, biology is becoming programmable. Genomics allows us to detect disease earlier, customize treatments, eliminate genetic disorders, extend healthy lifespan. AI accelerates this process dramatically. Drug discovery that once took decades now takes years, or months. The healthcare system shifts from reactive to proactive. The economic impact of healthier populations is staggering. Autonomous systems, rewriting mobility and logistics. Transportation underpins global trade. Autonomous vehicles remove human error, downtime, inefficiency. They reshape cities. They reshape insurance. They reshape supply chains. This is not about convenience, it is about system-wide optimization. Blockchain, trust as a protocol. Now we arrive at the most misunderstood innovation of all. Blockchain is not about hype. It is about removing the need for centralized trust. For the first time, we can transfer value without intermediaries, verify ownership without authorities, coordinate globally without central control. This changes finance at its core. Bitcoin, a monetary reset in slow motion. Bitcoin is not a company. It is not a stock. It is not a promise. It is a monetary network. Its defining properties: absolute scarcity, decentralization, censorship resistance, predictable supply. In a world drowning in debt and currency expansion, these properties matter. Why extreme outcomes become possible? When adoption follows exponential curves, outcomes that once seemed impossible become plausible. A Bitcoin valued at $1.5 million is not a belief, it is a scenario. A scenario based on institutional adoption, reserve allocation, store of value dynamics. Large systems move slowly until they don't. The concept of asymmetry. The smartest investors do not seek certainty. They seek asymmetric exposure. Limited downside. Massive upside. Missing exponential growth is far more damaging than enduring volatility. The greatest risk redefined. The greatest risk today is not market crashes. It is being positioned for a world that no longer exists. It is optimizing for stability in an unstable era. It is confusing familiarity with safety. Looking toward 2030. By 2030, entire industries will be unrecognizable. Capital will have migrated. New monopolies will exist. Old giants will disappear. The question is not who will be right. The question is who will have the courage to position early. Every generation faces a defining choice: to defend the present or to invest in the future. This is one of those moments. History will not remember those who waited for certainty. It will remember those who understood change before it became consensus. Because in an exponential world, the cost of inaction is invisible until it is irreversible.